Hello again and welcome back to Illegally Sighted. This is Jesse and I am back for another Low Vision Spotlight game video. This time we are taking a look at a game called Wild Card Football. And this game just came out and I've been sort of curious about it for a little while because, as I've probably mentioned before on the channel, I love arcade football games. Back in the NES days, Tecmo Bowl, classic. NFL Blitz, especially like the original one on the N64, loved it. Even kind of a balance between simulation and arcade. The NFL 2K series on the Dreamcast and the original Xbox, loved them. But then EA, just went and monopolized everything, which really sucks. And I'm just not really into the Madden games. This is an arcade football game, and it kind of reminds me of something like a NFL Blitz, but also kind of like an NFL Street kind of a thing, because it's a lot more like cartoony and kind of has this like street vibe to it. Before I go any further, there's a couple things I do want to mention. And first off, I want to thank the developer for the review code. Actually, I got two review codes, one for me and then one for a friend, because I kind of encourage people to play multiplayer. I'm only going to be playing single player, especially right now, for a couple of reasons. Because just I don't really know all that many people to play with, and just getting times to work out and everything. But more importantly, this leads me into my other disclaimer, shall we say. So yes, I was provided a review code for my honest thoughts on this game, but also I am playing the Xbox Series S version, and I ended up buying it because I got a code for the PC version, which is perfect, it's great. But I'm also, when I'm unlocking this video, I'm also sharing a video that I've kind of a little PSA on a disturbing trend I'm noticing, and Microsoft or whoever really needs to figure this crap out quick, because otherwise I see this problem becoming more frequent. But in Windows 11, I've encountered a couple of games now, especially ones that have multiplayer in them, that use anti-cheat software. And there's been a couple of them apparently that work very similarly, and apparently they dig themselves so deeply into the dang Windows 11 kernel that they say in order for the PC version of that game to run, you have to disable kernel hardware level security in Windows 11, which I'm not willing to do. Windows has become a lot more stable, a lot more secure as of the last few years, and I don't really feel that I should lower my system security and the integrity of my system just to play a video game. And I will reiterate what I quickly what I said in the other video, to say I totally get why you want to use anti-cheat software, because even from the player's perspective, you don't enjoy playing with cheaters, especially online. Totally get it. But games should give you the option to, if I just want to play a solo offline game or even multiplayer local game, it shouldn't matter. I should be able to launch the game and just give me a warning to say, hey, you can't play online unless you get this unless you use this anti-cheat software. Because when you try to launch the PC version of the game, it literally won't let you launch, and it tells you, nope, the only way you can launch is if you disable this hardware security service. So I really truly believe that you should, until Microsoft or whoever does what they need to do on a Windows 11 level so that all this gets permanently taken care of, I think developers really need to offer an option to play offline and play solo without requiring the software. Now, if you want to play online, then you have to make that choice, and they should clearly let you know of that choice to say, hey, this is not because of this anti-cheat software, it's required. If you want to play online, this is the sacrifice you have to make until things are permanently fixed. But otherwise, you can still play offline. So, rant aside, because trust me, it's really starting to annoy me. This game did it, and another game did it. You'll see in the other video. Now, back onto Wildcard Football. If I hit X, I can go into the options menu. On the left, it's not bad. Nice giant letters. And I would maybe like to have maybe a little bit of a different color for the highlight, just to have it stand out a little bit more, or have like a little border around it or something. Same with the items on the right. I mean, they're clear, but just the highlight for telling what is selected. And what I will say is, options-wise, there's really, honestly, not a lot here. There's not really a lot here, especially in like the way of accessibility. I would love to see a few different things I'll try to point out as we start playing here. But we do have a few audio sliders. We got some basic controls. I don't even know if we can remap the controls here. Miscellaneous. This is just like credits and whatnot. So there's really not a lot here, to be honest. As far as modes go, you see we have an exhibition, and we can play local against CPU, local multiplayer, and online multiplayer. We have a season mode, so if you want to play offline and work your team through a season, you can do that. And then you have the other types of modes, which I don't think I'm going to really dig much into going forward. Your Dream Squad, I'm kind of thinking of this as like, you know, all the EA games that have like your build a team and stuff like that. So there's going to be microtransactions, and I don't think I'll get deeply enough into this to where I even want to deal with that, building my own team rosters, or there are special wild cards. That's where Wildcard Football gets its name. So I don't know. I don't really want to engage with that, but you know, it's there for people who like that type of gameplay. It is an option. You have a store. That's, of course, you can buy your stuff with real money. You got your daily challenges, so you got that. Let's just jump into exhibition here, and we're gonna do against the CPU. Now, interestingly, they do not have the NFL Teams license, and we're going to choose the left side here, but they do have the player roster. So instead of choosing a team, you choose your quarterback. So you know who we're going to try to find here. Let's see. Cousins. Yeah, I know this year's a little rough, but I can't blame it on Cousins. It's just, if anyone could hold on to the frickin' football, that'd be a novel idea. But we're gonna play that. And okay, that is small. There's play. Oh boy. Yeah, let me. I might actually have to use my phone for this. That is really kind of small. Let's see, what do we got here? Because I'm sure we can, I'm guessing we can like change our, let's see, customize playbook. Nah, we don't care. Okay, playbook. Cousin, okay, so we got Cousins deck off. I don't know, whatever. So there's decks and stuff. So in addition to picking plays, because this is an arcade game, you have at the beginning of each play, you can choose between these cards that will give you perks or abilities. So let's just go ahead and, yeah, we'll just, whatever, whoever. So it gives you your controller layout here. And what I will say is the first game that you play, when you fire up the game, what's really nice is they do give you a nice tutorial throughout the game. So I would, recommend playing through that. Again, I wish the tooltips were a little bit bigger, but I love the fact that when each one of these tooltips pop up, you're not timed. It doesn't auto advance. I'm given all the time I need to read it, and I can hit A to proceed. It points out different elements of the screen. It points out certain moves you can do, both on offense and defense. So that, I think it does a pretty good job. So let's go ahead and start here.
New York City, the Lady Liberty is here. The
that guy should sound familiar.
Is here. Oh, and we're here too to call this wild card game. I'm Chris Berman. Second, third.
Now, I like that, but that's really all the voice acting you get. I mean, other than a few player quips here and there. There's not. Hey, look at how cartoony they are. I kind of like the art style. But there's no announcer. And it kind of feels a little bit dead. It just lacks a little bit of it needs that sort of NFL Blitz style. Okay, we're gonna kick off. There we go, not terrible. Typical raising and lowering meter. And we gotta play D. Okay, here we go. Oh! Nailed him. You see a little P1 above my head. So they're gonna do a play. And now I get, these are suggested. Okay, I'm gonna pause it for a second. But yeah, so the lack of announcer, like they need sort of like an NFL Blitz Mutant League football. I know that the announcer in those games can be a little repetitive after a while, but it just adds so much extra character. Even like NBA Jam, even if it was just a few generic comments here and there that kind of describes what's happening. They've been doing that since like the N64 days, and especially NFL Blitz, NBA Jam, and now the recent Mutant League Football. I really think that adds a little more personality and a little more like hype to the games. And the other reason I'm pausing, because you're timed when you select plays. I can't just stop and show you. So basically on offense and defense, there are 4 tabs. You have your recommended plays. So it's like, if you don't want to think about it too much, you can just do that. Or you can hit your left and right bumper to select between, like on defense now, I could defend against pass, I could defend against runs, and then, like your special teams kind of a stuff. Or actually, there's a long pass category. And then offense, of course, you have your recommended offensive plays, and then you have your run plays, pass plays, and then like your other special, like your field goals and stuff like that, punts. So let's just play a little bit, and I'll describe a little bit more here. So we're gonna. Oh, right, the cards. Yes, I gotta select a card. I forgot about the card, yeah. Okay, now you've seen there was a little icon. You see the player 1, but when you're on defense and even sometimes during offensive running plays, you'll see a little, keep an eye where that P1 is, because you're gonna need to sometimes hit a quick time event. And it's just a single button that you have to time right. But the thing is you're not penalized, I guess, if you don't hit it, but you also don't get a boost. So like if you're on defense and if I hit the quick time, you'll be more likely to make the tackle. If I'm on offense as a running back, I will be more than likely to find a hole and be able to zip up the field further. So that's another mechanic I wanted to point out.
Make a play.
And your plays don't appear until the offense does their thing. So if you want to do recommended plays, we'll just skip. We're not going to play a card this time. Okay, what do we got? Ah, you got a first down. So I could switch over back and forth. I'm just going to do recommended right now. And of course you can, oh geez, you can switch which player you have highlighted. Let's do... Now the cards are way too small. I can't read it, so I'm just guessing. I'm just like, hey, let's do a random card. Let's see what it does. Oh! Okay, we stuffed him pretty good. Third down. And it's like 2-minute quarters. Yeah, they're gonna do... Let's do that one. Oh, hit the wrong... Oh, okay, good. They didn't get it first. So they're gonna have to punt. Hopefully. Oh! Okay, never mind. I thought... Okay, now, I thought we were on fourth down before. Nah. Or, oh well.
Let's take it up now. 3, 25, 19, 1.
Oh no. Oh, that's bad.
Let's get locked in.
I'm gonna defend against the run here. Come on. What are we gonna do here? Okay. Huh. I like the little animations.
Out of breath.
Let's do, yeah. Hey, at least we turned it over. Nice roll. Okay, gonna do snow angel gesture there. Let's do... Alright, how are we gonna do here? Whoa! Barely got that out. Oh, geez. Touchdown, son. That's right. All right. And now we got a kick. That should do it. Perfect. 7-0. A little taunt. Again, the presentation of this is cool. I kind of wish they had the announcer just to add a little more pizzazz. All right, let's kick it off. That should do pretty good. Okay. Oh, yep. Okay. Now, can we get... Oh! I missed the first guy. Alright, fair enough. Let's... Oh, I meant... No! That was bad. Oh, no. Well, that was... I biffed that play horribly.
Hey, hit somebody. Be physical.
Yeah, let's do that.
Pick it up now. Pick it up.
Okay. Oh, not. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. He's going to score. Run, dude. Oh, no. That was... wow. How did that go so wrong? I won the practice game that I played earlier.
Yeah, come on. Let's do it.
I will say I wish I could make the icons bigger, the little play, your little QuickTime buttons there, where it shows B or Y or whatever. I wish that I could see those more clearly. I know, like, I think even Madden gave you the option to make those bigger, and that would help immensely, because I can kind of see them, but at the same time, I think they are kind of hard to see. So I can juke, and I can also do a turbo or a strafe.
Can't stop us.
So you got some good movement options. Let's do a run. Let's see if I can get my stupid quick time right. Alright, so I gotta... Oh! Oh god, I got sacked. I couldn't get it out in time. Okay, this is bad. Cram it, sir. Alright, we need to, yeah, let's do... Okay, I gotta be a little quicker. Oh no! Yeah. That did not go well. Not the best punt, okay. Not the best punt, but... Man, I so wanted to win, you know?
Keep that pressure going.
I thought these were 2-minute quarters. They were in the other game. I wonder if I can adjust the time limit of them. Oh no. Oh no, he's wide open. Oh no. Oh, this is going horribly wrong. Oh, this is going very badly. I promise I did much better earlier. At least we got one touchdown. I wasn't a complete idiot. Oy, okay. Let's see what we can do. Alright, well, we got a little bit of a return.
One more play. They can't stop us.
Hopefully not. Man, if you would have ran to the left a little better.
One play at a time.
Oofta.
Quarters, and this is still anyone's game.
Yeah, it is, but... Oh, that was rough. Actually, I think we get the ball back after half. I didn't even see when the first quarter ended. I wasn't even paying attention. Okay, well...
Keep the pressure going.
Yeah, that's right, because we kicked off. Alright, let's at least tie this thing up, shall we?
What on earth was that play?
I'm not very good at running. I haven't had good success running in this game. Oh, okay.
Not this time, nope.
First down, son.
Hey, look alive. Find the end zone of this one.
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa!
Slow motion. Oh, not today.
Oh, not good.
They can't hold us back.
Bring in the paint.
Okay, we got to do this right now. Oh no, and it's picked. Oh, you're gonna pay for that. Oh, this is... Well, you know what? Let's just say this. So, I feel it's important that this game has some reality, and so, you know, I need to emulate how the Vikings are doing this season. Yeah, that's it. This is totally intentional. Because we... Yeah. Pile driving.
Too easy.
Been playing this game.
Unstoppable. Nothing cheap. Let's take it up.
Wow, that was fast. Whoa, what in the Sam hell happened there?
Put the ball in my hands, it's over.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you talk your smack. We'll try. Like I said, I can't even read what the cards say in time. Oh no! Wow, they got her first. That's not good. Right up the frickin' middle.
Shutting it down.
I'm just going recommended to make things quick and easy today. Choosing from that screen. Oh! Nice dive tackle. There we go. Alright. What play do we need now? I think we'll do A. Sure, why not? So you have a certain amount of energy as well, so like you can't just use all your cards right away. Oh, come on. Yeah, let them get through. So you have to watch. There's a meter that shows your how much energy you have for using cards. I'm going to skip this round and just let it play out. Yeah, it's so fast seeing that quick time. By the time I see it, it's already expired. Like, I wish I could slow that timer down just a tad so I could react a little bit better. I'm going to do Y that time. I think we're going to cover some deep. Oh, third quarter's done. Okay. I think we're going to lose, guys. I think the proud 2023 tradition continues. Let's do that one. And let's do a specialty card. See what it does. Because again, I can't read it. It's too small. And I don't have enough time to react. And I did the wrong icon. Still stopped him at least.
Unfortunately, this is gonna be
Way to go.
Man, they can't stop us.
Let's try that one, I guess. I don't know.
Feel that bringing the pain.
Oh dear. Oh, get him. Oh, well, we're screwed. He got his first down. I think I'm coming to the realization we're going to lose this game, you guys, because we don't have a lot of time left, and we're down 7, if I remember correctly here.
Let's go, baby.
Okay. And I guess there are all kinds of ridiculous. Each team has their own set of special abilities, their own cards. I've seen anything from like rewinding time to there's like a UFO thing in the trailer, so it gets completely ridiculous. Oh no. Okay, well at least I think we got. Okay, I don't think we're going to get offense again unless we really got to stop him here. Yeah, things are not looking good for the home team here. Oh, no, we're done. All right, well. Well, let's see if we can at least do something decent on our last possession. Really don't need an interception again. Yeah. Taunt.
Let's be wild.
All right, kick it off. Booted it. Okay. Oh, we're starting from way back. Okay, let's book it.
What on earth was that play?
All right. And of course, you can call timeouts and such. Okay, well, at least we got about 6 or 7 on a run that time. That's better. But we need to do better than that. We need to... Okay, well, at least we got a first. Okay, we got a... Let's see, let's pass again. Now you can do a lot. Oh, no, interception again. Wow. I suck. And let me pause it real quick. That is the thing that is, no matter if it's arcade or simulation, that's the thing that I've always struggled with, especially with passing. Being able to easily and quickly, I got to look at the quarterback, but then I have to look downfield. And with the guys being so far away and a little bit smaller, it's harder for me to tell whether it's open. So I'm just like, well, I don't know. I guess we're going to pick, try to take a quick glance. But it's like, well, it's hard to quickly see the coverage enough. And so I either have to lower the difficulty, or there was a game, I forget which it was, where they would put little panels on the top half of the screen, or top third of the screen, that would show, there would be like little squares where they were zoomed in, and it would kind of be it would show like a close-up of each one of your receivers. So if you're using, when you're passing, you use X, Y, or B, depending on what receiver you want to target. But those little squares at the top would actually be a zoomed in thing. So instead of having to kind of look down the field, I could look at those boxes, and since it was a little bit closer, I could see, oh, well, this guy is pretty open, or this guy's double teamed, or whatever. But yeah, that's what I kind of typically have trouble with. I love the passing game, but it can always be a little bit hard for me to do. So yeah, we're definitely losing this one. We're down by 14, and we're almost out of time, and we just got it intercepted. So yeah, like I said, we are keeping the spirit of the 2023 Minnesota Vikings alive and well in this video. Not cool. Well, I don't know. Does it really matter? There's not going to be a biggest comeback in history this game, I guarantee you that. Like we had last year. That game was insane, by the way. Down like 33-0 or whatever, and came back to win. I actually, during that game at halftime, right after around halftime, I ended up taking a nap because I was so disgusted. And I woke up slightly before the game was over, and I just asked my speaker what the score was, and about crap myself. I'm like, holy crap, I gotta watch what happened during this half. Thankfully, I had YouTube TV, and I could rewind and be like, oh, I gotta watch this second half, because this is absolutely batshit crazy. And I cannot believe we won that game. That was ludicrous. But that is not how things are going today. I think we're going to do that. Yeah. Some of these skills you have to hit the right bumper on them. You have to look at the icons on them. Oh no. Oh no. Well, ripped a couple tackles, but he still didn't get far. Not, like I said, not that it matters.
One team stepped up its game to win this nail-biter of a contest.
Nail-biter? Not so much.
Because they haven't found a replacement yet.
7-21. Yeah. Well, like I said, at least we got one touchdown, so it wasn't a complete humiliation. God, who was it this week?
Greetings from New York City. Where two teams will square off in a game.
Oh, did I go
of
rematch?
Football.
Hang on. Yada yada, let's skip this.
Let's go take care of business.
Come on. Can't skip this apparently. Yeah, there was some team this week that got like, what was it, like almost 40-0 or something. It was just a huge humiliation. Alright, so we'll let it do its thing here, and then once we can play here. Alright. So we're not going to do another game. That is kind of a look at Wild Card Football. overall, I think if I were to play this with local friends or even online, maybe with a friend, it might be okay, especially a visually impaired friend who has the same disadvantages I do. That might not be so bad. But again, like it is very approachable. Like I said, I like the overall style of it. I think they did a really nice job with the tutorial, which the text were bigger in those tooltips, but I like the fact that you didn't have to rush through them. You could read everything at your own pace, and it was good about breaking down pretty much all the mechanics, offense and defense. I do wish that you had maybe a little bit more reaction time for the quick time events when you are on defense or when you're doing a running play. And again, it's just one of those things where I do have trouble seeing receivers downfield and knowing whether they're open, you know. I mean, I know I can do a lob or I can do like a bullet pass, and I've tried both, but like I said, I was having good luck this morning when I was trying it, and not so good luck this evening when we're trying to play it now. So, I mean, there is stuff that I like here. Gameplay-wise, it's simple enough. It's easy to choose, you know, it's like, okay, I want to choose running, there's a running play tab, passing play tabs, both sides of the ball. And I like that if you just want to, you know, kick back and pick from a few simple plays, just stay on your recommended and just go with that. You know, let's say you're a casual football fan and you just want to have some arcade fun. I think this is a pretty approachable game for this. Now, I don't know, like I said, I'm not going to be diving into all of the microtransaction stuff. That's, you know good and well from many of my videos, that's never been my thing. I don't care if it's a sports game, a shooter, or whatever. You know, I might, to support a game, I might, you know, pick up something every now and again, but I don't like modes that are focused around card collecting or player collecting or loot boxes or, you know, that kind of chance type of mechanics. And so, you know, it's just like an arcade football game, single player, multiplayer, maybe doing a season or something. Sure, I could see doing that. But beyond that, I probably won't engage with the multiplayer much. And any of the store microtransaction stuff, not going to engage with that. So yeah, there is some fun to be had, and like I said, if you think you have enough vision to play it, it is control-wise pretty approachable and gameplay-wise. Just I do have those visual issues. And again, with the PC version, I do thank the developers for the code for the game, but alas, I was not able to play it. I actually had to go out and buy the Xbox version just so I could cover the game, because I felt bad about getting a key and not being able to cover it. But this, I mean, not just these guys. I'm not going to just pick on these guys because it's happened to me before, and I'm sure it's going to happen again. This Windows 11 anti-cheat software thing has got to be fixed. Microsoft or whoever, get on it and let us know when it's done. Like, don't just do it and, you know, keep it silent. Let people know that, hey, these cheat software, anti-cheat software will work again, because it really needs to. This bug has to be fixed. And to the developers releasing games, again, I get it for multiplayer, but just like having to be always online for single player, not cool, by the way, I would say, please offer the option to at least launch the game and play solo/single player modes. There's no reason that we need to have this anti-cheat software crap running to play a local game. Because like I said, some of us are not willing to compromise our system security to play a game. I'm sorry, but that is just the reality of it. I would much rather make sure my computer keeps running in top shape than be able to get into a game. So anyway, hope you guys found the video helpful. Hope you liked it. Give it a like if you did. Follow me on Twitter at BGFH79. twitch.tv/illegally cited, illegally-cited.com, and right here on YouTube. Until next time, I will chat with everybody again later.